Patrick arrived at the gas station with little expectation. The call had mentioned a woman acting suspiciously, but nothing about the situation sounded alarming. As an officer, Patrick had been trained to approach every call with focus and respect, even when the details seemed routine. However, this call was anything but routine. When Patrick arrived, everything seemed normal. A pair of teenagers had been bothering motorists, but they quickly left when Patrick's patrol car pulled up. The officer spoke to the gas station attendant, making sure they would call the police if the boys returned. Satisfied that the nuisance had been addressed, Patrick turned his attention to the other activity at the station. One vehicle, in particular, caught his eye, a sporty Audi with a young woman at the pump. She was nervously glancing around while repeatedly checking the fuel gauge. Patrick's instincts told him something wasn't right. His years of training had taught him to read body language, and hers screamed unease. Still, he decided to handle the situation calmly and observe her further before acting. Patrick made a mental note of her car, its color, license plate, and model, and kept an eye on her movements while continuing his conversation with the gas station attendant. The woman finished fueling, but instead of paying, she climbed into her car. Patrick assumed she was retrieving her wallet, but then she sped off without paying. Patrick froze for a moment, stunned by her brazenness. Then, he sprang into action, jumping into his patrol car and following her. Patrick kept his sirens off at first, unsure if the situation warranted a high-speed chase. He was determined to keep things under control, aware of the potential dangers of a pursuit. Yet, the woman showed no sign of panic or fear, which left Patrick confused. Could it be a misunderstanding? Had she prepaid for the fuel? He decided to double-check with the gas station to confirm whether the woman had actually left without paying. Patrick pulled over to make the call. As he contacted the attendant to confirm she had stolen the fuel, a notification pinged in his patrol car. The Audi was reported stolen earlier that morning. Patrick's heart sank. What he thought was a simple case of theft was now something much bigger. Without wasting another second, he sped after the stolen vehicle, determined to apprehend the suspect. Patrick tightened his grip on the wheel as he raced after the Audi. He radioed the control room to report his pursuit and request backup. His mind was racing. What could this woman be hiding? The fact that the car had been reported stolen earlier that morning made the situation all the more urgent. He didn't want to lose her. To Patrick's frustration, the woman didn't react to his presence. She didn't slow down or attempt evasive maneuvers. In fact, her driving remained calm, as if she had nothing to fear. For a moment, Patrick doubted himself. Could he have misjudged the situation? Was it possible she wasn't involved in anything serious? His conscience nagged it at him if he was wrong. It could cost him his job. But the stolen car report was hard to ignore, and Patrick knew he had to act decisively. The tension rose as Patrick pushed forward, determined to catch up to her. Just as he was closing the distance, she made a sudden, unexpected move. She accelerated. Patrick gritted his teeth. A high-speed chase was the last thing he wanted, but he had no choice now. This wasn't just about unpaid fuel anymore. The woman was fleeing, and Patrick had to find out why. Other officers quickly joined the chase, cornering the Audi on a stretch of road. Finally, the woman had no choice but to pull over. Patrick approached the car cautiously, hand on his weapon, ready for anything. The young woman appeared nervous but compliant, raising her hands as instructed. Her behavior seemed strange. She didn't resist or try to escape. Instead, she seemed almost disoriented, as though she didn't fully grasp what was happening. Patrick and another officer secured her in handcuffs and moved her away from the car. Then, Patrick turned his attention to the Audi. Something about the vehicle nagged at him, as if he'd missed an important detail earlier. He circled the car, peering through the windows, and then it hit him. A faint trail of smoke was seeping from the trunk. His heart skipped a beat. What could be hidden in there? Patrick signaled to his partner, and together they cautiously opened the trunk. What they found made the color drain from Patrick's face. The trunk was packed with illegal weapons, an arsenal of dangerous tools likely tied to a criminal organization. Patrick stood in shock, realizing the scale of what he'd just uncovered. The sight inside the trunk left Patrick momentarily frozen. The sheer number of illegal weapons crammed into the stolen Audi was staggering. Rifles, handguns, and even explosives were meticulously packed, as though prepared for transport. Patrick's mind reeled. This wasn't just a stolen car or a petty theft. It was the tip of something much larger and more dangerous. He quickly radioed for reinforcements, alerting his team to the alarming discovery. The young woman remained eerily calm, as though resigned to her fate. Patrick found her demeanor unsettling. She didn't speak or react as she was taken into custody, leaving him with more questions than answers. Who was she? And more importantly, who was she working for? This was no ordinary arrest, and Patrick knew they were dealing with a far-reaching criminal operation. As officers secured the weapons and processed the vehicle, Patrick couldn't shake the feeling that this discovery would only lead to more. His instincts had been right from the start. Something about the woman's behavior had been off, and the stolen Audi had been the key to uncovering it all. He replayed the events of the day in his mind, thinking of all the moments where he could have missed this. The gas station incident now seemed like a lifetime ago. What had initially appeared to be a routine call about a suspicious customer had escalated into a significant operation. The stolen Audi and its contents provided a crucial lead, and Patrick could already sense that more arrests would follow. The chain of events that had unfolded that day was a testament to how unpredictable the job could be. It also highlighted the importance of vigilance. Small details could lead to major breakthroughs. Patrick's commanding officer later praised him for his quick thinking and composure under pressure. His decision to pursue the woman, despite initial doubts, had prevented the weapons from reaching their destination. What's more, his actions had potentially saved lives, as there was no telling what damage the arsenal could have caused in the wrong hands. Patrick's success didn't just stop at the arrest. The investigation that followed led to the dismantling of a major criminal network. His role in uncovering the operation earned him recognition as a hero within the force. It was a day Patrick would never forget, a reminder that even the most unassuming calls could lead to extraordinary outcomes. Patrick responded to what seemed like a routine call at a gas station, where a woman was acting suspiciously. Initially, nothing appeared out of the ordinary, but Patrick's instincts told him to observe her closely. After refueling, the woman drove off without paying, prompting Patrick to pursue her. While investigating, he discovered the car was reported stolen earlier that morning. What began as a minor incident quickly escalated. The woman's calm demeanor during the chase baffled Patrick, but she eventually pulled over when cornered by officers. Her apparent confusion and lack of resistance seemed odd. However, as Patrick inspected the car, he noticed smoke coming from the trunk. What he uncovered shocked him: an arsenal of illegal weapons, clearly tied to a larger criminal operation. The arrest of the woman marked the beginning of a significant breakthrough. The weapons led to the dismantling of a dangerous criminal network, earning Patrick recognition for his quick thinking and bravery. What started as a seemingly routine call turned into a pivotal moment in Patrick's career, demonstrating the importance of vigilance and trusting his instincts. This case became a reminder that even the smallest details could lead to uncovering something far more significant.